Hi guys, you welcome to my channel. My name is Pamela and this is Pamela World. Today I have with me a special guest and I'll leave her to introduce herself.
Hi, I'm Obino Akwachi.
So today, in today's video, we'll be talking about our culture shocks in Japan. If you are new here, do well to stay by subscribing, and if you're a return subscriber, thank you for coming back. Let's get right into this. Okay, Alexi, so what was one thing that really shocked you about Japan? Like, immediately you arrived, what was one thing you can say blew your mind?
The cold. Okay, so this is not really a cultural shock, but it's like a shock you get immediately you enter the country. So if you're at the airport, most of the time it's warm. They keep the temperature in the airport around 25 to 30 degrees. So you're cool. You're like, okay, until you step out of the airport, especially if it's in spring or winter, the temperature can be very cold. Yeah.
I think for me, the cold was a culture shock after the second day because we had to go shopping like at night and it was cold. We had to eat out. I couldn't even bring myself to terms with it. I think I wore like 4 layers of clothes, but still, like I could feel the cold. And it's because Ghana is not like that. Ghana is a tropical country, so it's warm. Our temperatures get pretty high, so like the difference it was massive and it hit me very much. Like
it's like a shock.
It hit me at the airport, like
so not cultural but a shock. Yeah, but I think if you come from a temperate country, maybe you not really have that shock, but a drastic change from the airport to just outside the airport is quite noticeable.
And I think because maybe in Ghana we have 2 seasons, the wet and the dry season, but here they have the 4 seasons.
So depending on when you come, and summer can be very humid.
I know, right?
Very humid. So in summer the airport will be cool, but when you get out you'll be faced with a lot of heat.
Yeah.
Meeting people and people always asking me my age.
Oh, you could say that's
Right after you are asked your name, the next is your age. I don't know why, but I think from where I come from, where we come from, we are not asked our ages. Yeah, even especially like for women, even men, you don't ask people their ages on meeting them the first time. But here it's quite normal because I think they want to know how to address you.
For me, the second question they always asked was which country I'm from. And I did not even really know that Ghana was famous in Japan for chocolates then. Like when you say Ghana, chocolate. And I'm like, So with time I realized there was a brand that had Ghana as their name. Yeah. So I realized that, okay, then because I didn't understand why they all knew about Ghana and just a few know Ghana for soccer. Yeah,
the few soccer fans.
I think one of my cultural shocks, like half of my cultural shocks, do not even come from Japanese. Maybe I'll say because I'm in the university system, it came from international students. I had to come all the way here to meet people from different countries.
Actually, yes. I think in Ghana, it's more common for you to meet
West Africans,
especially someone from Nigeria.
Yeah, as compared to like Zambia or the Gambia,
or Gabon.
I didn't have any friend from Gabon back at home.
I don't have. I know one
now. So I had to come to Japan to know other people from other African countries, to taste other African foods and like experience other African cultures. And it was not just African cultures, like I've met people from so many countries I wouldn't have,
like Indonesia,
I know, right? Malaysia. you study some countries on the geographical map, but you've not seen anyone from there, like Azerbaijan, Tajikistan.
You've seen someone from Azerbaijan?
Yeah. Wow. Tajikistan, do you get it? It's when you travel and see, travel and explore. That's when I met all these people. Do you understand? Yeah, so that has been like, it was a shock. I'm like, oh, okay. Then I now have to remember my junior high school map and remember where your country is on the map.
Why junior high school map? Is it a map of the school or what?
No, like we had a globe. We had a globe. We had a globe, so we used to have a quiz on it and all that. So
the kindness and respectful nature of native Japanese people. So actually, a lot of people. I don't know whether it's where I live. I'm from Kagawa, but like most people are kind, respectful, and even if they have something against you, they will not say it to your face.
I think they don't say it outrightly. They just find a way to polish it.
Yes.
So they don't let you feel bad.
Or they'll say it behind your back.
I think that Japanese are kind. I think I've received so much help in this country.
Yeah.
I think Ghanaians are kind though. But let me give you a typical example. I remember in university back at home, my first lecture, I didn't know the lecture hall, and I asked someone. They directed me, and I ended up in someone's hostel. Like wrong direction.
And
the person but the person was so confident that they knew the place. You get it?
Yeah.
But when I came to Japan, if I ask for direction, they either pick up their phone to check the map, or
if they are not sure.
Exactly. And sometimes they offer to send me all the way there, and that's super good.
Or if they don't know, they just say, "Oh, semasen, dekina,
wakarimasen, hi."
Yeah.
I think that's been great so
Yeah.
far. I want to talk about the food. The food. I'm a foodie. I think I won't stop saying this. I'm a food enthusiast. And in my country, if you give me plain rice and you give me small stew, just a little stew or sauce, I think you don't like me. I think maybe you want me to get kwashiorkor or something.
Why?
Like I
don't like a lot of stew. I eat very little stew on my rice. I want my rice to be dry.
No.
Apart from soup.
No, like even if I buy wache, which is our rice and beans, I want a lot of stew and shuttle,
really?
Our sauces, because I want the food to feel moist and very soft when I'm eating. But when I came to Japan, I had to learn how to eat rice without any stew on it. It was really strange. I remember going to the canteen and there was no stew. I was wondering why I like a stew.
But they gave you soup, or you just bought the chicken.
I bought the. Okay, my first time I actually ate rice. I'll show you guys a picture of what I ate on my first day in school. Okay. I actually ate rice with fish and I think miso soup.
Yeah, so the soup should cater for that.
Miso soup is not like stew.
It's like what? Their consistency.
Yeah, the consistency is like water.
But it tastes great.
It tastes great, but like I can't eat that with rice. You don't eat miso soup with rice.
Yeah.
So I think when I came in the initial stages, I really liked their curry because like I had the stew feeling, yes. Although it was not too spicy, I could manage that. And the spice was one thing. But the food, I couldn't bring myself to eating rice raw without any stew. Stew, exactly. But later I learned how to use the furikake on top of the rice. Now it's way better. Now I can even eat rice raw. I don't care.
But for me, I actually, when I first came to Japan, the first Japanese food I ate was udon. Curry udon.
Okay, then that's great.
Because I felt, at least, as you said, the curry is like some kind of sauce. So it's like something you just eat that with noodles. And later I warmed myself up to eating other foods, including sushi. The first time I went to eat sushi, it was just one I ordered just one plate. Wow. Like that's 2 pieces with my friends. So you know what I did? Actually, I ate at home. Because I knew I had never eaten this and I wasn't sure how my stomach would react to this. So I ate at home and then went to my friends and I was like, oh, I'm so full. I'll just eat one plate. Imagine sushi, 1 plate.
Oh no, then it's because she ate.
Yeah. But no, it's because I didn't want to eat too much.
Because you knew it was raw fish.
Yes, and I hadn't eaten raw fish before.
I know. In Ghana, we never eat raw. I don't even think we eat raw fish.
Yeah, but now some Ghanaians are changing.
Wow, like us.
Because I think when I went to Ghana, actually I went to Ghana, okay guys. When I went to Ghana, I saw some Japanese restaurants.
Oh yeah, there are Japanese restaurants
some people
in Ghana.
Eat sushi.
Yeah, there are Japanese restaurants in Ghana.
Yeah.
But I think that before coming, I had not tried sushi myself. But I think with the sushi, I really kept an open mind because I used to watch anime a lot. So I knew like the names of some Japanese foods like karage, toripon karage, and sushi, sashimi, but I had not tried. And maybe because I studied fishery science too. Yes. So like I really wanted to know how the feeling was. But in Ghana, it's not something that is easily acceptable. Like But in Japan, it's a normal thing to just carry yourself to a restaurant to eat sushi. And I think, for food, I think that those are my main things. Yeah.
And another thing for food was the fact that almost all the foods contain soy sauce.
You see, because they don't have stew, so you get, that's my problem.
Everything has soy sauce, even if they make some, I don't know, fried rice, soy sauce. Okay, and what else? You can even eat raw rice with soy sauce.
Yeah.
And raw egg. Is it namata mago?
Namata mago.
Yeah, you eat raw egg with soy sauce and rice. It's quite delicious.
This girl is Japanese. I think.
Don't you like namata mago?
I eat namata mago, but I prefer it with ramen.
Oh,
I don't like my ramen egg.
Okay.
I like it soft boiled. Yeah.
Oh, okay,
I don't like it like
raw.
Yeah.
Raw egg is delicious, guys. If you haven't tried it yet,
you can try it. If you've tried it too, please comment in the comment section and tell us what you think. If you've eaten sushi, let us know what you thought about it as well.
But for the raw egg, guys, if you live in a country that you're not sure the egg is not safe,
like
the egg is
pasteurized
safe
or something,
you shouldn't eat raw egg. But in Japan, it's safe to eat raw egg compared to other countries.
Yeah,
so
compared to maybe even Ghana.
Yes, so come to Japan, just eat raw egg.
Yeah, because you know on their eggs they have the expiry date.
Yes.
So that's the expiry date to which you can eat it raw.
Yes.
But if you are going to keep in the refrigerator and fry it, I think it's okay. But if you're going to eat it raw, like you have to abide by that. Yes. So the next thing that shocked me was their dressing. Their dressing. You know, in Ghana, you know how we dress, like
we dress like this. We dress like this, like Miss Ghana.
No, don't mind her.
We dress like this,
but
you know.
But like their dresses were so free. I like it because now I do that sometimes. Like they're so free. Sometimes,
Emphasis on the sometimes.
Yeah. Like I do that sometimes because their dresses are so free. You could just wear them around and just enjoy yourself. But you know, in Ghana, it's like we put so much effort into dressing, but here I don't think they do that so much. They are really simple with their dressing. It was really a shock for me. I was like,
why?
These people are not, like
they don't care.
Yeah, I realized this I don't care attitude with their dress. Like, not really I don't care, but I'll say like their fashion sense and style is really different.
And actually most people prefer brands.
Yeah, they prefer the brands here.
They prefer to wear Nike, Michael Kors, and Louis Vuitton.
Yeah, they prefer the brands.
They just, once it's a branded item, it doesn't matter the style for them.
Yeah, they like it. Yeah, because they know that they are in vogue. Yeah.
One thing that shocked me is the efficiency of their transport, especially like the public transport, which is like the train and the bus system, guys. Some trains like set off around maybe 10, 13, 10, 12, and it will leave at 10, 12. You know, they do the programming, and it's like you can't be late. If you are late, sometimes, depending on where you are, especially if you are in a rural part of Japan, maybe they'll wait for you for 1 minute. But normally, no. 10, 12 is 10, 12. Yeah.
I think maybe if you're in the rural part, because you're not so many, they know you will usually live around that time. So if you are delaying, they might wait for a minute. But in this part of town, okay, she's from rural Japan. I'm from urban Japan. And I think that if you are in my part of town, like the urban side, they don't wait for you. Who's waiting for you? Even if it's just one person in the bus will still leave. Like, they don't wait for you. Like, that's one thing I really like, that even on weekends, there are still buses you can take. And, like, you know, the buses being on time really helps. Because I remember, like, back home, the buses they don't have any schedule. They just load as and when they want. They stop as and when they want.
They are not leaving.
And if you have to get somewhere, you either have to leave very early, because usually the morning buses leave quite early. Aside that, you'd have to wait, and it can be stressful. And Ghana is hot, so you can imagine. Yeah. I think that was one thing I was really impressed about when I came. They had a bus schedule. You can even take a picture of it and plan your day in advance.
Yes.
And I also like the fact that, like, if you want to go somewhere, you could use Google Maps, and it was super accurate.
Yes.
It was very good for
That's
me.
another cultural shock for us.
Yeah.
Google Map is very accurate
in
over
Japan.
here.
Yeah. Like, I think it's a very good thing.
Yes.
Because I remember yesterday when we had to go to the okonomiyaki restaurant.
Yeah, we just used the map.
Google
We had not
yeah.
yet. We hadn't gone there before.
Yeah, we had not gone to that particular one before, so we just used Google Maps to locate the place. It's so accurate. It's on point. It's just sometimes it might give you the longer route, but it still takes you
over
to
there.
I think that was one thing. I was really impressed. I was like, oh, okay. Nice. I'm sure. I don't know now. Since you went recently, how is it now back in Ghana?
It's still bad. You know, actually, I got married.
Hi.
And I was giving someone directions to my house. You know, and when I gave the person my live location, it took the person. Actually, I live like, if this is a hill, I live like around the valley side. Okay, so the Google map sends the person my location in the middle of the hill, because I think they couldn't know the difference between the forest. The forest.
So that means you're a forest girl.
Oh my god, no. But actually where I live is like just below the hill, okay? And there's like some forest, not really, like, it's like some trees and stuff, and there's another road, but I think it didn't know the difference. So the person ended up like on the mountain.
Wow.
I was shocked because I was like, oh, but I sent you my live location. I was in my house, but
accurate to how many meters?
I don't know.
Because usually you have to check.
Yeah, but the person really was
off.
thrown off.
I see.
Thrown off.
But here I can stay in my house, give someone my live location, and they will come. They will come. They will get to the front of my apartment, and it's super convenient. You don't have to stress. Another thing that really shocked me was how convenient Japan is in terms of their convenience stores.
Yes.
You could wake up at night and maybe you've not cooked and you are super hungry. You could just walk into a convenience store because they have this 24-hour system and buy anything you want. You could buy ice cream, you could buy bread, you could buy their rice bowls,
even clothes. Clothes or toiletries, like an everything store.
And one thing that shocked me about their, you know, when I heard rice balls in my country, rice balls is omuto, and you know how we make it like rounded, and I don't know, we eat it with granite soup most of the time, or palm nut soup sometimes. But here the rice ball is like a triangle. Okay, they have some other shapes. They have like a hexagon.
It's not really a ball.
Exactly. And in the middle they have either tuna, like they have different fillings with mayonnaise or anything. And like when I heard rice balls, I thought it was rounded and you eat it with a soup. But that was not it. I had to eat it raw, and it felt so cold in my mouth. Yeah, but actually, I like very hot food.
You can heat it.
I think when you heat it, maybe the seaweed will
become stretchy, but you can warm it up. You tell when you buy from the convenience store, you can
they can warm it for maybe 10 seconds
just to give it some warmth. But it's more delicious when it's cold.
I'm not used to eating rice cold. I eat my rice hot from the pot. I don't even mind eating from the pot. But the rice ball, I remember the first time I bought onigiri because I think we had a test in class and I just wanted to like munch on something as I prepare for the test. I bought this thing and I took a bite and my teeth were freezing, and it was during spring.
Oh my god.
It was early spring, so like my teeth, I was like, oh no, this was not for me. But with time now I even eat rice balls on a go. Like
it's a very good snack.
Yeah, it's a good snack. It's even a good lunch pack.
Yes, you can eat it with
addition.
Lunch.
Yeah, I think that was it for me. What other thing shocked you culturally? Okay, one thing that shocked me was, you know, before coming to Japan, I thought you would see everyone on the street wearing kimono. But,
really?
Yeah, like that's what I thought.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just that you know in the anime you don't see the younger ones wear, but you see like some of the older ones they wear. But I came to realize they wear for only special days and occasions. But I thought that you see people on the road just wearing kimono, but no. I thought they even wear kimono to work.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But for me, I never really thought about their dressing. I don't know. For me, coming to Japan, I just wanted to come and do my purpose here.
No.
And experience the culture. So I was just open to learning the new things. And actually, you know, most people come to Japan because they like anime, or it's like, oh, they've seen Japan in anime. But I'm not an anime person.
You're not a manga person as
No.
well. Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. I
But
just
that's
don't
fine.
like anime. But,
I like anime. Yeah, I like anime, and I think it's one thing that egged my interest for Japan. It made me, really interested in, oh, Japan, you know, that kind of thing. Yeah.
Oh, why don't you dress kawaii then?
I'm kawaii in my own way.
Oh my god. And yes,
Mm.
fruits are expensive.
Yes, this fruit thing, I don't even know.
I think the cheapest fruit is banana, like you said. Yeah, banana, you can get banana for $1, 3 pieces.
But it's still expensive.
Yeah.
It's really expensive. I've heard so many people complain about this.
Very.
And I think that it's because most of the fruits that are available in the supermarket are imported.
They're imported.
Yeah, they're imported. They are not produced locally.
Actually, the ones that are produced locally are more
Expensive. Yeah, they are more expensive.
because they're not produced on a large scale.
Yeah.
And actually, most people who have like particular fruit farms, they are specialists.
Yeah.
So they grow particular fruits
Varieties,
with like extra, I don't know. It's like, example, a strawberry, but that strawberry will be extra delicious.
Yeah.
So that
like
will
they put
amp
in
the
the
price.
extra work.
Yeah.
They go all out.
Yes.
Another thing too about the fruit is that I had not eaten some fruits before.
Which
I came
ones?
to Japan. The melon, you know, they have this melon.
Oh yeah, the melon.
Yeah, I know, but
Actually,
it's very nice.
It's very nice. But
and
it's expensive.
Yeah, it's very
A small one, I think maybe 2,000.
Yeah, it's very expensive.
$20, about $20 for a small melon.
Yeah, I think I really like it.
It is. It's delicious, and it's not acidic, and it's not watery like watermelon.
Yeah. It's in between.
It's sweet, it's not acidic, not alkaline, but not watery too.
I think I really like it, and I think I came to learn about so many varieties of the citrus fruits here.
Yes,
because even we have tangerines, clementines, like so many, and we have
hybrids.
we have different
hybrids.
varieties, and even in different prefectures you find different ones. Yes. I think that's one thing like I really like, and because I travel around a little, I get to taste all these varieties. Because I remember the Bikan I tasted here in this part of Hiroshima was different from Onomichi. When I went to Onomichi, I had a different variety. It was super nice as well. Yeah.
So, in Japan, in Japan, we have 4 seasons. We have winter, spring, summer, and autumn, okay? But the beginning of spring is the beginning of the new year, actually, even though like the calendar year says January, but in Japan spring is very special. So in spring there are like cherry blossoms. Yes, and I actually heard that the cherry blossoms in Japan, they come from one tree. And it's a cherry plant, but it doesn't bear fruit. It has I don't know, it has been genetically engineered not to bear fruit and only flowers. Yeah, so like, and I think it was during the Edo period or one of those Meiji period or something. So it's like they planted seedlings of the same tree throughout the country. So all those cherry blossom, like if you see a big cherry blossom tree, it's like from maybe 100 years ago,
and they've been genetically modified.
And like I was saying, it's like the cherry blossoms, when they like blossom, it's a celebration.
Yeah, it's a big celebration. Ohanami.
Yeah, like a party for observing the flowers.
So they go out with lunch boxes, obento to eat
under the cherry blossoms.
Yes, and take pictures and all that.
Yeah.
And just as you mentioned, one shock for me was the calendar. You know, year starts in January, but their starts from the latter part of March. 21st was a holiday. 21st was the vernal equinox.
Oh yeah,
and that's known as Setubun. and that's like the beginning of the new year. So
okay.
in Japan, like they start their calendar differently from how we do it back home. And one other thing that shocked me was the time difference with Ghana. You know, I thought that most countries won't have a time difference of more than 5 hours.
Yeah.
But Ghana and Japan, the time difference is 9 hours,
9.
9 solid hours. Japan is 9 hours ahead of Ghana, and that's huge.
Very huge.
So Ghana's today.
Now it's
Ghana's tomorrow. No, which one?
So if it's morning around 9 in Japan, in Ghana
midnight.
it's 12 midnight.
Yeah. So today was my yesterday.
We are in the future.
We are in the future, yes. We've traveled to the future 9 hours in advance. Oh, you can tell them it's exciting. They should hurry up and join us in the future. Yeah. So actually, I celebrate my birthday for like 33 hours every year.
Yeah.
Because
of that.
24 plus 9. So yeah, I think. And you know, because of the 9 hours, jet lag is very, very difficult to overcome.
It is.
I don't even know how to explain it, but you know, when you travel and it's maybe an hour or two, it's easy for you to overcome your jet lag in like a month.
Yeah.
But if you're from Ghana, well, depending on how well you are traveled, even that one can depend.
It depends.
But depending on how well you are traveled, you'll be able to overcome your jet lag much faster. But it's not easy at all. I know people are still struggling with jet lag a year ago.
Really?
Yeah, it's not easy at all. So yeah, like, and even in that case, is it jet lag anymore? Maybe, I don't know.
Their biological clocks have been compromised.
And I also think that another reason why they might not be able to overcome their jet lag is they try communicating with their family when it's done here, and that's when they have closed from work, so it makes it difficult for them to sleep, you know, because now when it's like 2 a.m. here, it's 5 p.m. in Ghana. And that's when people have closed from work. You have to catch up with family
and friends. If you're married, your husband. Don't mind me.
So yes. So that's the main thing for me. The jet lag. It's like, I don't even know. Like, that was more like a shock. It was not working. And life must go on. You're not able to sleep, but you have to wake up early in the morning and go to school. It was tough. It was really tough. And I used to prefer sleep over lunch during my break time because I didn't have enough sleep. So as for the sleep issue, I think it's serious, but I don't think so many people talk about it. But it's super serious if you ask me.
Yeah. And the last thing, the cafes.
Oh yeah. And another thing that shocked me was this super cute cafes they have with different themes. They have a cat cafe with a cat theme. They have this robot cafes. And you were telling me about a dinosaur cafe.
Yeah. Wow. It's like they have dinosaur stuff in the cafe.
That's super cool.
Even on the table, they have toys.
All dinosaurs. I think that like they're super cute. And you know, even with the cat cafes, if you are alone, you can have a cat date.
Yeah. Just that I think they separate the cats from the food side.
Exactly, so that their fur doesn't get into your food.
So it's safe to play with the cats when you're...
and if you're a pet lover, I think that it will be a great chance for you to try such a cafe. And they have, you know, I actually think that they are really creative with food. Although they, like, it's just sweet tasted foods. But I think they are super creative with food, like the way they
present the food.
The way they present the food. Yeah, the way they present the food is usually very nice. They have different ways of, you know, just seeing the food can like make you attracted and want to eat. So I think
says Pamela, who can't eat without who can't eat when the food is not well garnished?
Exactly. I like my food well garnished, and I mean the appearance and the presentation should be on point. It actually makes it appeal to your senses, you know.
Actually, that's the best thing.
Thank you.
But sometimes you have no time.
Yeah, even in my house, I always present my food to myself very well. I take it very seriously.
For me, it's okay. So normally in Japanese apartments, pets are not allowed.
It depends on the apartment though.
It depends on the apartment. So it means that you have to look for that special apartment where pets are allowed.
Exactly. So
yeah,
if you're a pet keeper or a pet lover, you should be on the lookout for such things, because some apartments don't allow pets. Even some apartments don't allow married people.
Yes. Yeah, if the apartment was
children.
built for single people, just one person is supposed to be there. So
Exactly.
if you want to be with your family, you rent a
family apartment. Yeah.
Oh my god. It's not Ghana, you can just rent a single room. What your money can afford.
Exactly.
But here it's not that case.
We have family apartments, single apartments. So that's one thing. We don't want the same house.
I know. Do you know how much I can afford?
Exactly.
But well, that's the rule.
So one other thing that shocked me was pet insurance.
There's pet insurance.
Yeah, if you have a pet, you have to pay, just like you do yearly insurance for your car. You have to go to the city office to insure your pets. Yes. Because in Japan,
so if you have a fish, you have to insure the fish, or that's different.
I don't know about fishes.
Maybe fishes are different.
Yeah, but if you have a pet like a cat or a dog, you have to pay for insurance. And in Japan, if your car should hit a pet, like, it's a big deal. It's a big deal, because they really cost. Especially you see these cute fluffy dogs, they cost a lot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's pet insurance in my country. You should see the dogs and cats.
They even have oh yeah, another thing. You don't see the pets walking around.
Yeah, you don't see. You don't see animals walking around anyhow, like
except stray cats.
Yeah. The last thing I want to say is about restaurants. If you enter a Japanese restaurant, the person welcoming you, the person cooking the food, the cashier, everybody, irashaimase.
Welcome.
Like, it's a choir singing.
Irashaimase. Even if you enter like a supermarket and you are buying something, and then an attendant passes by you, they say something. Irashaimase. Like, oh my god.
And when you're going and you leave, arigatou gozaimasu, and
all of
like
them.
A chorus.
Even in the hair salon. I went to a hair salon to do my hair. Even in the hair salon, everyone. It's like, even if they are doing someone else's hair and you are leaving, everyone stops to thank you for coming.
Wow.
So I don't know. I feel I'm spoiled in Japan. If I go to Ghana and I don't get this,
please, you won't get it. And also, one thing about their services is that they are really professional with their services. And I don't know how to say it, but their customer care is very good.
It's very good. They try to make the customer feel like they are the highest priority.
Although there might not be any emotional attachment to it, but like
no emotional attachment.
Yes, but like you know that this is professional customer care.
Yes,
they're very professional in that aspect. And I think that's one thing I really like. But in Ghana, let's leave that for another day. This culture shock Japan, so let's leave customer care in Ghana for another day.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned a thing or two.
Yeah.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And please subscribe to her channel as well, Obenewa Kwache. And do all to hit the notification bell so you'll be the first to know when I upload new videos. Thank you. Bye-bye.